The feeling that they experience initially when we map the brain, it's just a tapping. But then when the change starts, it feels like, it feels a bit like a shock. That's what it sounds like.
That's Darren Zipper, a client manager at a psychiatry center in Manhattan. He's talking about transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy, also known as TMS. I had no clue what it was, so I went searching for answers.
Excuse me, could you guys help me for just 1 second? What is transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy?
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I really don't know.
I would guess that it has something to do with the two hemispheres of the brain.
This has something to do with improving the circulatory system of the head.
No one was sure what TMS was, so I went to the Manhattan Center TMS, where Zipper works. He told me that TMS was just approved last year by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. It is a form of treatment for people who suffer from major depression.
It contacts right to the head, just like so. It's for people that have tried and failed at least one antidepressant medication. When a patient comes in, we map them up right here at the lateral.
When a specialist maps the brain, he's looking for the right place to target during treatment. The specialist uses the machine to send a pulse along the primary motor strip.
They go along this motor strip, which apparently corresponds to different parts of your body.
Once the body responds, usually with a twitch in the arm, hand, or thumb, the specialist knows he has found the right spot to treat the brain. After the measurements are taken, the magnet is positioned right onto the patient's head.
The patient just simply lies back and sits here for 40 minutes.
Every 26 seconds, the patient gets 4 seconds of treatment, but it's not to be confused with shock therapy.
Shock treatments involve being in a hospital or a more sophisticated medical facility, using electricity to cause a seizure while under anesthesia, as opposed to transcranial magnetic stimulation, which uses magnetic waves to stimulate the brain while the patient's awake. There's no need for anesthesia, and the patient could just sit comfortably for about 35 minutes.
But like with most medical treatments, there are side effects, such as headache, scalp discomfort, tingling, spasms, or twitching, lightheadedness, and discomfort from noise. Another downside? The average cost of one session is $350. It's usually 5 days a week for a minimum of 5 weeks. That's $8,000. The kicker? Insurance doesn't cover it.
At this point, insurances are generally not covering it. It's a fight.
And some doctors worry that the therapy has not been tested enough to know if it will help in the long run, especially if depression returns. Dr. Jim Phelps said in a phone interview, "It works in the short run better than a sham treatment, but then what? It's a very long game. It's not just a one-shot deal. The hardest challenge is how are we going to keep people well once we get them well?"
This is a scientific use of magnets, and it's been proven. The data's there. That's exciting.
Until next time, this is Sarah Kaufman.